everyone, I'm Jody and I'm a personal finance blogger and coach over at abundanceofjoe.com. And on my blog, abundanceofjoe.com, I teach people how to save money, make money, and build wealth. In today's video, I will be walking you through how you can save money and also pay off debt very quickly. So here are the tips that you will need to take to make this happen. First, you need to assess your financial situation. When you're paying off debt, you need to first of all understand how much you actually owe in debt. So you may have multiple debts. You may have a credit card payments that you have to make. You may have a student loan. You may have a mortgage, or you may have other loans that you're paying off. Well, you first need to take a good look at how much you owe with these different pieces of debt. Write down the interest rates for each of the debt that you owe and try to understand the whole loan package that you have. Are you on a variable interest rate or is it fixed? Look at your debt so that you can understand your personal debt situation. Once you know how much money you actually owe, then you can start making the right steps to paying off your debt very quickly. So that's the first piece. The second thing you also need to do is make a list of all the different debts that you have and also list the interest rates. And as I mentioned, list what kind of interest rates you have. If it's a variable interest rate, you want to ensure that you have a track of what the interest rates look like, if it fluctuates from month to month. And then if it's a fixed rate, you make note of what the fixed rate is. So make a list of all the debts, make a list of each amount that you are owing so that you have a full picture of what your financial obligations look like. Next thing you want to do is to set up a budget. So why you're setting up a budget is basically because you need to ensure that you have a handle of how your personal finances are flowing and how your money is flowing from month to month. With that, you can get a good picture of how much money you can allocate towards your debt and how much money you can allocate towards other things like saving and also paying the necessary expenses that you have. So you need to set up a budget, make a list of all of the expenses that you have from month to month, also make a list of your income or incomes, and then look at how much is left at the end of the month after you've paid all your bills. If there is a surplus, that's good news. That's money that can be used towards paying off your debt quickly. And if there is no surplus, you may have to look at other things like reducing or lowering your expenses so that you're not in a situation where you can pay off your bills every month and you are also in debt. Next thing you also need to do, and this is the number one trick actually for helping you to save and pay off your debt quickly, is make extra payments towards your loan payment. That's right. If your loan payment is a minimum of $10 per month, as an example, add an extra $10 on that and pay $20 if you can afford it. Make extra payments towards your loan. This will help you to pay off your loan much quicker and will also motivate you as you see the balance come down. So look at ways that you can free up some money in your expenses, free up some money in your budget, and also use that money to make extra payments towards your loan. And this will be really, really good in helping to lower the loan amount that you have. Other thing that you can do to pay off debt quickly is automate your debt payments. So if you're currently, paying your debt, manually every month and you're allocating that money and just paying it manually, whether you're going into a bank to pay it off or you're using online banking to pay it off, automate it. Set up a time that you will have money to pay your debts and allocate this as a fixed time in your calendar every single month when you will pay your debts. And when you automate your payments, it means two things. One, you're able to ensure that you're not missing any payments. So you're servicing that debt and you're not missing any payments. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing is you're able to see progress because you're making that payment every month and you're not leaving it up to chance. Sometimes we have many expenses and we pay off the different expenses, but we forget our debt and then it accumulates and then the interest gets higher, and then you're perpetually in debt. When you're automating your debt payments, it allows you to have a set it and forget it mentality, and you're able to get those payments out while you service the debt. You know that you're making the payments and at least you're meeting that minimum. It's also very good for your credit score. If you miss a payment, it can actually be detrimental to your credit score. So if you're automating and you're not missing any payments, it helps to build that credit score because you're showing your creditors and the credit bureaus that you are able to service debt and you're able to meet your financial obligations. So this is critical. So if you have any loan payments that you're making right now, please set up an automatic system that will send the payments to your bank account, from your bank account to the loan payment company or your bank or wherever you're carrying the loan with, and ensure that you're making those payments. Now, if you're in a situation where you're not able to do that, maybe you're on an income that's not fixed, or you're probably a contractor, so you don't know how much you're making from month to month. And these are considerations that we have to look at. I don't want to assume that everyone has a fixed income every month. Some people don't. If you're in a situation and you're thinking, well, I can't automate my payments because it just won't work for me, well, you have an option. What you can do is look at your calendar, and we have on our phones Google Calendar, we have Hotmail Calendar, we have different calendars that's available, even a paper calendar that you may have at home. Look at a time where you think you'll probably have some money, and then make a note there and say, okay, that's the time of the month that I will be making payments towards my loan. And it's a manual system. I know it's not automatic, but it gives you some form of organized way of ensuring that you're making your payments towards your loan. We're here to help you to pay off your loans as quickly as you can. And I think that will be one of the best ways you can do it if you're not able to do an automatic loan payment system every month. So those are the tips that you can use to pay off debt quickly. If you are interested in making quick payments and you want to really service your loan and become debt free, I suggest that you will use these different tips and you will make your debt payment a priority so that you can become debt free very soon. If you enjoyed this video and you love the content, please subscribe, and also check out my other videos where I talk about budgeting. I talk about how to pay off debts. I also talk about how to save money, how to build your net worth. There are so many different videos I have here. You can check them out as well. And don't forget to subscribe and like and share this video with your friends and ask them to subscribe as well. Thank you for listening and for watching. And check out my blog at abundanceofjoe.com, where I also talk about different financial tips that you can apply to your life today. Thank you for watching and have a great day. And remember to live abundantly.